there, folks! In this video, I will be taking a Cave Club doll and turning her into Mrs. Lovett from the stage musical Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. So first, I have to take the factory paint off with some acetone. I rerouted her hair this pretty gold color a couple years ago, so I don't have any footage of it, unfortunately. To draw her cute little face on, well, her face, first I use Mr. Super Clear Sealant Spray. I use watercolor pencils for the majority of her face, but I also use powder pastels for blushing and contouring the face, and also a little bit of white acrylic paint for the white of her eyes. I apply 2 coats of glossy varnish to her eyes and also her lips. I really love this part because it just brings the doll's face to life. One thing I love about live theater is how the stage lights make the actors' eyes sparkle. Sparkle like the stars that they are. So I wanted to make sure her eyes were extra glossy. Next, I am combing her beautiful hair, and I'm going to be giving her some cute bangs and styling her hair. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, is about a barber who teams up with a baker and seeks bloody revenge, and is hands down one of my all-time favorite stage musicals. With the 1982 national tour recording starring Angela Lansbury being my favorite version I have seen so far. While this recording is not of the original production, Angela Lansbury did originate the role of Mrs. Lovett, winning a Tony Award for her performance. She brings a fantastic energy to the stage, which is required of most Sondheim characters, but this one especially. Mrs. Lovett is a manipulative chatterbox, which is perfectly reflected in her songs and dialogue. She is also hilarious, so much so that it can be easy to overlook just how complex of a character she really is. Sweeney Todd's obsession with revenge may be the driving force of the story, but Mrs. Lovett is the real brains of the operation. From her first entrance up to right before her final, exit, she is controlling the narrative. The part of Mrs. Nellie Lovett is definitely on my actor's bucket list, though I'm not sure that I could ever live up to Angela Lansbury's performance of this role. Her facial expressions tell you every single thought that Mrs. Lovett is having. I love so much some of the physical gestures she does in this show, as well as the little dancing. I love it. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's so perfectly Mrs. Lovett. I won't be going into any spoilers in this video for people who haven't seen it yet. The first viewing of Sweeney Todd is a marvelous experience that you only get once. The less you know about it going in, the better. The hair buns are quite a bit bigger on my doll than on Angela Lansbury, but I think that's okay. It works well with her big personality. Here I have some cute little black boots that I made out of felt and thread. Very basic. As well as this little towel. Here you can see part of the outfit that I made for her. This gold top, like how she's wearing in the beginning of the show. I also made her a long brown skirt, a long white apron, and that red sash that you see there. She looked too clean and put together though, so I decided to take some of my brown and black powder pastels and add some dirt, grime, shadow, and highlight to her apron and her shirt and her sash. I knew that I wanted to add some blood drips, stains to her outfit, so I took some water and red paint and just splattered it on her towel and her apron. Here I am attempting to make some little holes in her top to make it look more raggedy, but I gave up pretty quickly on this endeavor and just accepted it for how it was. Mrs. Lovett has some amazing costumes in this show. The reason why I chose to make her first costume, the raggedy one, is because my sewing skills are still pretty beginner level, pretty basic, but I would love to attempt to make some of her other costumes in the future. Now I'm going to be giving her some nice, long, luscious eyelashes. I just use fake eyelashes you can get at pretty much any store and tacky glue to make sure that they stay on there really well. I thought it might be fun to make some teeny tiny meat pies and a rolling pin for Mrs. Lovett. The rolling pin, sadly, did not survive. Thankfully, the pies were fine. Some dry, nasty pies, like from the beginning of the show, and then I made some pies that were supposed to look delicious? Juicy, at least. Tell me how you think the pies look. Comment below, which pie would you eat? I really love how this doll turned out. I think she is just the right amount of cute and just the right amount of crazy cute, if you will. She was so much fun to work on. How do you think this doll turned out? Was I able to capture the essence of Angela Lansbury? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to smash that like button. Pretty please. Join me next time for episode 3 of Shows and Dolls, where we will be looking at Jessie, the cowgirl from the Toy Story series. A big thank you shout out to all of my lovely subscribers. Thank you so much. Another way to support my channel is to visit my Patreon page, Times is hard, where I will be posting an additional doll video every single month. Link in the description box. Woot woot! And the first Patreon doll video is going to be Sweeney Todd, surprise! I got you, cause you probably thought I wasn't gonna do a Sweeney Todd because I didn't do it in this video, but haha! Joke is on you, because I'm doing him also. I will also be posting on my Patreon some bonus material that didn't quite fit in the YouTube videos. I was like going to do a one-woman retelling of Sweeney Todd, but it got way too long. Wow, you're still watching? You are the best. As a reward, here is a small preview of that bonus Sweeney Todd content. Enjoy! Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye!